Hey, they got something really cool coming out later this year. Watch this. Hey Siri, based on temperature and water clarity, what should I fish today? Wait for it. Yeah, look at that. Brings it right to you. Tackle box and fish finder all in one. Can't beat that. Oh, hey, how's it going out there? Hey, all kidding aside, technology is really getting to be something. I've been watching these pros this year, and they are really starting to figure out how to get that live scope dialed in. What I'm noticing is they're using it up closer to throw their bait at structure or a brush pile or something like that. And even though they can't see the fish, they're seeing if something's following it out. So they're really getting good with this technology. And I think everybody else is too. Personally, I can't wait to get mine, and we should be there pretty soon, hopefully by the end of the year. Let's go ahead and go over the poll results for the last part of March and up to April. All right, so the first question, if you could have only one type in your box or your bucket, would you choose hard baits, soft plastics, or live minnows, worms, grubs, things like that? And overwhelmingly soft plastics. And I agree with that because you can do so much more with soft plastic. In a lot of muddy water, things like that, the hard baits are going to work better because they give a better thump. But for overall, you can fish pretty much any condition with a soft plastic and be successful. Maybe not as successful in some situations, but yeah, I totally agree with that. All right, second question. How many times a week on average do you fish in the springtime? We had 42% once a week or less, and 50% 2 to 3 times a week, and 8% of you diehards fishing nearly every day. Man, I wished I could, but I still got a job. I'm not retired yet. But yeah, it's good to see so many people out there fishing. This next one, I gotta apologize, guys. I take screenshots of these and then delete them off that community tab. So I'm not exactly sure how I worded this, but basically, when you're installing your chart plotter, what things are you gonna do? And I put them all down on here as just kind of a reminder to everybody. We wanna use a big enough power wire, right? And don't use the same power as for your trolling motor. Don't come off your trolling motor batteries to power up your chart plotters. It could definitely cause some interference. Leveling your transducer. 4 to 6 miles an hour is what I suggest. And you guys have all heard me talk about the video on that. So make sure and get that leveled up. Otherwise your arches aren't gonna look right in your traditional, and your side views gonna look distorted, and you're just not gonna get as clear an image. Separate your power wiring from your transducer wiring, and cross at 90-degree angles where you can. Of course, when you get right up close to the unit and under the console, you just do the best you can to try to keep them away, but don't coil the power wire and the transducer wire together. And most of these units come with a ferrite bead that goes on the transducer cable. Don't forget to install that. And when you purchase an SD card, make sure it's not over 32 gigabytes. The SD cards up to 32 gigabytes are formatted differently than they are from 32 gigabytes up. So I suggest using a 32 gigabyte just so you got all the storage space. And they're only $9 or $10 and not very expensive, but if you want to get a 16 gigabyte, that would probably do the trick as well. All right, I thought this was a fun question. Where was your most memorable fish catch? We had 63% on a lake or a pond, 26% on a river or stream, and 10% on the beach or the ocean. And personally, my favorite fish catch was on a river. Actually, my 2 favorite fish catches were both on a river. So that's kind of where I'm at. All right, and the last question. When I use scents on finesse baits, I like blank. And let's see, 39% Spike It, JJ's Magic, or other liquid scents. 27% use the Mega Strike or the Smelly Jelly or more of a jelly type that goes on. 9% use the Gulp Alive, the Bang, or the other aerosol or spray-on type scents. And 25% use Power Bait or Max Scent or the baits that just come pre-scented. Normally what I use JJ's Magic on a lot of my finesse presentations, but I do use a lot of Max Scent in the worms and some of the craw patterns. So that's kind of where I'm at. I do like to use the scent, but it's not a must-have for me. I did use Mega Strike for quite a while, and it seemed to work okay. I think it stays on a little longer. The JJ's Magic, of course, the dyes, those are really nice because you get a color contrast, and you can just, you know, dip it about a quarter of the way down in there. So guys, a few things happening with the channel. We topped over 400,000 views this month in April. We got over 2 million minutes of watch time. We crossed over 3,300 subscribers, and the channel's just doing really good, which it does this time of year with everybody getting their new fish finders and trying to get them set up. So I hope to be getting a lot more fishing content out now because most everybody's got their chart plotters on their boat. Why isn't my chart plotter on my boat? Oh man, I'm behind the curve. But I got two 93 SVs on there, so I'm good to go. But I still got some videos I want to do with this 106 before I get it mounted. Anyway, so we're hoping to get some fishing content out to you here just pretty quick, and some how-tos and some more baits and things like that. But I just really wanted to stop and thank y'all for the tremendous support for the channel. And you know what, guys? Keep calm and hook 'em, and we'll see you on the next one.